So opening up the week for Bitcoin crashed, but now on Tuesday with CPI inflation data coming out, Bitcoin has started to pump significantly. Yesterday I put in a long and it's starting to look very, very strong. And this is where a lot of people are anticipating, are we going to keep on moving upward or are we going to start to deviate? I want to walk you through exactly the perspective around this bear market that we have been in and the completion rate around it. I want to walk you through CPI inflation data drops and when Bitcoin has pumped and dumped, and then also when we could be seeing this sideways price action just stop. I am going to be walking you through these perspectives with my open position and exactly how you can start to trade the market based on everything that's going on. So with all that being said, let's jump straight into it. So as I said, right now you're looking at the daily time frame, and yesterday we dumped significantly, opening up the week on Monday. But after that, at around 7 o'clock yesterday, I pretty much put in a long because of this area of support that we've been bouncing around 62,000 to that 64,000 region. It's been acting as support and resistance, which is why I was willing to open a trade. Now, if we look into the news events that are happening today, we have CPI inflation data coming out, which has historically caused massive volatility around Bitcoin, which we are going to trade. Coming out throughout the rest of the week, though, is more inflation data, also consumer expectations and sentiment data around inflation as well. So a lot of this data that's coming out is going to cause massive volatility around Bitcoin and around the markets in general, which you need to be aware of. And I keep you updated on this on a week-to-week basis. As I said, whenever this data drops, we start to see significant moves around Bitcoin, massive volatility. And this is because people are front running the moves on Bitcoin and are pretty much setting up for that gradual change. Now, if we look into it, Ted covers the US CPI data and how it has dropped consecutively and the volatility that has shown afterwards. If we look at the start in February, all this is in 2026, Bitcoin dropped 5.77%. In March, Bitcoin pumped 8.41%. In April, Bitcoin dropped 4%. In May, Bitcoin crashed 27.6%, that massive downward move that you're seeing. And then June 2026, Bitcoin pumped 10.85%. Will Bitcoin pump or dump this time? That is the question that everyone is asking. But based off of the price action that we're seeing, Bitcoin is pumping significantly, which is why if you can identify the data that's going to be dropped and then also have a trend line strategy or some strategy that is showcasing where support and resistance is at, you can set yourself up for success faster than everyone else in the market, which is exactly what I am doing and I'm going to keep on doing, and I can hopefully show other people how to do it as well. Moving into exactly this data though, this lets us know exactly what more is going to be happening in terms of the choppy sideways price action, which we're going to be jumping into and when that more than likely is going to be over. But first, we're going to be jumping into exactly how these bull markets typically last and bear markets follow. So you can see back in 2014 to 2018 to 2022 that these bear cycles are actually starting to gradually shrink. And you can also have some evidence around this due to the fact that we saw a new all-time high for Bitcoin before the halving event happened. It's really crazy because the evolution of Bitcoin is happening right in front of our eyes, and you need to be able to identify it. If you don't, you're going to get shreked. Don't get shreked. Now, jumping into it, CryptoCon talks about this. According to the average amount of time in a bear market, Bitcoin is at 70% completion. The drawdown is still very shallow at 53%. Even when accounting for diminishing for that shortening period. That's over 20% less than the previous cycle. And as I said, these cycles are evolving, they're changing. So you need to change with them or you're going to get shreked. Going into it, he says, time-wise, not too much to go. Price-wise, I think there's some work to do. July and previous bear markets has been a month of stagnation and dead cat bounces. Downside typically resumes in August. And this aligns with our perspective. If you look at exactly how Bitcoin moves, it's still pumping right now, baby. I'm making me some money. And what you can see is that generally, whenever we start to look at these ranges, we can start to identify how these moves look and what is going to be happening before the next big move, which is the downward price action everyone is expecting. Now, he believes that more than likely this is going to be happening literally in August, which aligns with the perspective around pretty much these cycles ending in that summer time period, around the midterms, around all these different things. Now, if I'm confusing you a little bit, you need to do a little bit more research around exactly how the markets react during the midterms, and then also ideas around realized price. This jumps us into exactly the sideways price action that we typically see and when more than likely it's going to be ending. Goes into say killer, all you really have to do is wait for STS to flip, the short-term supply around realized price. Historically, every time it's flipped significantly, it's been followed by a strong impulse, a strong move up or a pump. So if you want to avoid the chop in the meantime, just wait for the flip. Now, if we look at exactly what is that price point that we need to flip, you can see that the short-term holder or short-term supply realized price is currently 68,600 as of July 12th data. Bitcoin spot is trading around 63 to 64,000, still below that STS level. So until we can break above that 68,000 zone, we're not going to be seeing any crazy rallies. So, which is why I have this long position, but I'm telling y'all, I'm not going to be in this long position for probably longer than a few days because I'm expecting that we're going to freaking pump like crazy. And then from pumping, I think that's going to fuel the next leg down. A lot of this is very, very important. And a lot of people are missing this. But if you start to align not only the data that is coming out and how historically the data has cause the markets to react. Then from there, how bear markets and bull markets have typically lasted and kind of whenever that choppy price action ends, and then having a confluence around another indicator like realized price and short-term supply to identify when it's going to be over. All of this is very, very important, and I try to put it all together for you so that you can start to identify how to front run the markets before everybody else. That's the whole point, and that's how retail investors like you and like me are going to win. But with all that being said, what am I currently doing? I pretty much put in a long yesterday because I did some charting. I saw that everything was on the verge of pumping, especially since we were playing on that area of support. From there, everything has started to pump up, especially with the CPI inflation data that has historically caused Bitcoin to move very, very crazy. This is where I'm just focusing on exactly the price action that we're seeing in the sentiment around exactly the Fed and kind of this inflation data to really determine if I'm going to be staying in this position or if I'm going to be flipping already into a downward move, into a short. This is very, very important, guys, and I try to keep you updated on all this so that you can start to recreate this success for yourself. Now, none of this is financial advice by any means. It is currently 8 o'clock in the morning. I should be working on my work laptop right now, but I am not, and it's because I freaking care about this stuff. But you should not take financial advice from anyone on YouTube or anyone that says that they know what they're doing. At the end of the day, this takes a lot of time, a lot of experience, but the more that you start to involve yourself in it and pretty much learn all these things, you're going to get better and better and better. And I pretty much want to keep you updated on everything that's going on and how you can recreate this success. If you're new to my channel, go check out the rest of my content. Go check out some of the videos that talk more about in depth on perspectives around exactly how to properly trade and everything that a retail investor needs to know to be successful in the crypto markets. I've been making crypto much more simple ever since 2022, trying to offer a resource that I wanted whenever I first got in the space. And that's the whole point. I want all of us to be successful, but it all starts with following the data and putting your money where your mouth is. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay tuned. I'm gonna drop another video either later today or tomorrow to keep you updated on this position and what I'm doing next. I'm trying to run this account from $200 all the way up to $1,000 just to show you a little bit of a challenge. And then from there, we keep running it up. I wanna run it up with all y'all. Stay tuned. If you guys have any questions or suggestions on content, drop it down below and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, I gotta get to work, take a shower and do some other stuff. Peace.